where we have seen a bit of a decline coming in, especially the gold prices, which have broken below 1700 yet again. It is a sea of red across commodities, the non-agro ones essentially, where you have silver prices also have seen a bit of a decline. The crude prices also seem to be under profit taking, and it is the case with the base metal prices, where copper is trading around 2-week lows. The Chinese GDP numbers, or the target for that at 7.5%, hasn't gone down so well with the markets. So hasn't the Europe services output numbers as well. That also has come in on the weaker side more than what the markets were expecting, and that really seems to be weighing onto the prices. Very marginal gains coming in for crude prices, but then that again is because of those Iran concerns. Obama and Israel have had that meeting yesterday. Announcements out of that have had some support coming into the crude prices there. Let's go across then to Ashish Shah. He's research head, Sushil Finance, and he joins us on the show. Ashish, hi, welcome to the show. Let's start with the gainer first, and crude seems to be in a slight of a green there. Are you buying at these current levels?
Yeah, I think, it's now become very difficult to really predict on the fundamental or the technical of where oil is headed, because now it's purely driven by the geopolitical factor of Iran concerns. Of course, if you see fundamentally, oil doesn't really justify these levels because Chinese slowdown, also Europe is not really exciting. Of course, US numbers are slightly positive, which is adding support, but it's not playing a very dominating role at these prices. I think intraday basis 5350, 5320 is a good range to buy. Stop losses should be maintained below 5320, but on the higher side 5400 to 5420 is a strong resistance. I would suggest intraday traders to exit in those positions.
All right, before we go to another commodity, those are the flashes coming onto your screen. Supreme Infra has got orders worth 344 crore rupees, and that has been supportive for the stock there, and you can see the stock reacting there, nearly 3% on the higher side at this point for Supreme Infra. On your screens there, 3.5% now, so continuously gaining. The order win, of course, has led to that spike into that stock price there. But Ashish, coming back to you then, and we have seen that decline come in case of the gold prices. 1700 hasn't held in the intraday market. How do you see the closing? Because last time we declined up to 1687. The closing was still up above 1700.
I think gold still has some room to overall correct, even if you're talking of this month, March as such. I think gold can eventually correct down to about $1650, $1630, where which in Indian rupees would correspond anywhere close to 26,000 to 26,500 levels. The key trigger for this is about 27,600. A day I see a close for 2 consecutive days below 27,600. One should be a seller in gold for at least a target price of 26,000.
How about the silver prices? Because there the decline has been really sharp. We went to 37, people were talking about 40 and plus kind of levels, and then the correction really has come in quite sharply.
I think yesterday, day before, the major fall in silver has given a slight trigger towards selling this commodity. But I think on intraday basis, yes, I would prefer selling on rallies to 59,000, 59,200 for a target objective of 58,350. A close below 58,000 would become further weak, and I think if it closes below this, then one should expect silver coming down to at least 56,000.
Ashish, how about the base metal space? Because China data has put the major big dent into that space there, especially copper, where the Shanghai inventories are at a decade high. Are you looking at further more declines coming in for copper?
Yeah, I mean, from a very short-term perspective, copper prices had rallied from almost 420 levels to 432, 33 levels. And at these range, with the Chinese data coming fundamentally weak, it was bound to have some selling pressure. One should be a seller for the day with rallies to 429, 430 to be sold, stop loss above 432. And on intraday basis, looking at a target price of 424.
Ashish, how would you look at March? Because after the run-up in January, Feb saw some consolidation, some good gains as well, but March really seems to be taking it down now.
Yeah, it can be considered as towards the quarter ending. We are seeing a lot of commodities showing a slight decline. But also, if I'm talking of a long-term perspective, I think China and India will be dominating towards the year, and we may see slight inflation cooling off where demand is slowing down. So base metal prices will correct, but that will be the right time to hold on to these commodities or buy when there is a sharp correction for a long-term perspective.
All right, and before we go to agro commodities, there you have another flash on your screens. It's quite a newsy day, especially for the stock markets there. So AstraZeneca has denied the delisting plans, and there you can see the stock movement. Nearly 5% on the higher side is how the reaction has come in. So a lot of news coming in for the equity markets, and we have seen the stocks also reacting similar way, 5% up for that one there. But Ashish, coming back to you yet again, and how do you look at the agro commodities? One for Mentha, I mean that one has been running on an upper circuit for many sessions now, 13 or 14 to count, and many people were hoping that it would stop around 1700, 1800, but 2000 has taken off quite easily.
Yeah, I think if you see pharma sector, the demand for this commodity in the pharma space is likely to shoot up. We may see a slight deficit kind of situation where the demand is likely to outperform the supply. Also, there is an increase in demand for Mentha oil as a commodity mainly from China. We are seeing export orders going up. So from the physical perspective, this commodity demand in the last 3 months has been really phenomenal. I think this commodity has the room to go up to about at least 2500 from current levels. I would suggest traders who are already long to be cautious at these prices because it's already overbought. But yeah, 2500 is the area where you can hold on to and exit in those levels.
But Ashish, are you surprised with the kind of volumes? Because Mentha hasn't been attracting too much of volumes lately since it crossed 2000. And we have seen the upper circuit come in very early in the trade markets. Does that tell you to be really cautious into this one?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking more from a technical perspective, whenever we see prices going up and open interest dropping or volumes dropping, it is a sign of a reversal signal. But I think this has a fundamental backing also. It's not a purely technical play. So people or traders who have gone long in this commodity may want to hold on to this position. That's the reason why prices are just jacking higher. But yeah, I would not say just keep going short on this indicator because fundamentals don't really suggest at this moment.